It's Dave Knight here from 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Today was Thursday, October 8th, Thursday, October 19th, 2017. Yesterday, I was able to get enough profit in the account on day 5 of the TopStepTrader Combine on the 30,000 account to pretty much put it into cruise control for the next 5 days. Today was day 6. I pulled out 2 ticks today. Yesterday I had 71 ticks. Ticks translates out to bucks. It's $710. Obviously simulated money because it's the combine. It's not, and you got, well, so let's not get into it. Let's talk about the trade itself. I'm live and in color in the bottom right hand corner there. But was there something that announced yesterday prior to me getting the move? And I would argue with the term that I've coined, VTS, or volume tick study, that yes, there is a significance in volume. If you look at some of the works of Tom Williams and Richard Wyckoff and people that have come before me, when they talk about volume, and it kind of keyed me in one area, and I like the CTS T4 platform because it shows it properly the way I like to see it. I'm not saying that it's the only one out there. It's just I'm used to using the T4 platform with CTS services, so that's why I like the CTS T4 platform. Anyway, long story short, you can see here at 7:48. This is Central Standard Time or Chicago time, that there was 2, and by the way, this here and this bar happens at 7:48. Both of them come at the same time, and you can see that I actually bracketed off this area to say, okay, it went up to the high here, so this blow off volume comes up through here, and this shows as high as the market and went on this day. I'm pretty sure the 52.54 was the high water mark, or very close to it on the trade session, and it didn't go above it. So there was some significance about that level is what I'm getting at. So coming into the 9:30 mark, I guess it got a little bit higher. No, it didn't. 52.59. It went up to 52.54. So it did go up just to breach above this by how many ticks is that? 2 ticks. So it breaches above 2 ticks here, and it's well within, hey, it's like screaming at you and it's saying, hey, something's going on here. But it's prior to the 9:30 release, so I'm on the sidelines still. And then we see the double top come up here at the 9:33 mark. So right here is where you see the release of the report, and you start seeing here at 9:05, 9:07, they're still supporting this level here, selling it off at that level. And then you see this right through here, all these volume kicking in the 5 minutes. We go up here. We basically, if you think of it, it becomes a triple top, really, right? First time here at 7:48, the second time at 9:11, and the third time here at 9:34. So basically what I'm getting at, if the market would have went up through again the next time around, the 4th time through going long, then the long probably would have been more strong at that point than the short. Anyway, make a long story short, I took the short. So where did I find value? I followed this behind it, and then I was able to get in right in up through here, and I was able to ride this all the way out. And then I was looking. I was still in the market. I think I got rid of one of the contracts in this area, and then I was watching this, and you can see I started putting in Gann signals here. This is what's the purpose of these trend lines right now? What am I looking at? I firmly believe that the tick charts will show the 4th time that the market, so the market likes to ride in waves. We all know this, that's been trading long enough, that the market rides in waves. And here's your wave. Here's 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then it breaks down on that 4th time through. And then you see the downside of this, right? So then I started saying, all right, 1, 2, 3, or is it going to be able to break through the other way? It gets up to pivot, and that's as far as it goes, and then it runs itself on down. This was my trade exit of right in this area. It was actually, let me get that back to where it was. This right here was 3P on the target. I'm pretty sure that was a 3P target yesterday at 51.95. Let me double check that. It went lower than this. I'm almost positive that 51.92 was the low of that particular trade, and the trade itself was short at 52.38. 51.94 was 3P down, so it makes 3P target right here. So let's go back to entry point at 52.38. So entry comes in this area right here, 52.38, right in this area. As it breaks underneath here is where I'm getting involved, right in this area right here underneath the pivot point. I mean, excuse me, the 200 bar SMA, and I'm running it down and through the pivot and on down. Now we had already run the pivot prior. Wait a minute, this is 9:30. Yeah, 9:30. We already run the pivot at 9:30, so I wasn't scared of the pivot at this point. And so then I was able to take this trade on down and then sustain this area right here. I mean, it got real close to taking me out at break even, to be honest with you. I think I was at 52.38. I believe I was at 52.37 or 36 at this point. So it could have taken me out at break even right here. It doesn't. And then I'm able to ride out this trade. So what I've noticed in the markets, and this is with the 3P target. So this is my final exit on the trade itself. Yesterday, a 3P target was with 43. I think I got a 2P on one, so I had 29 ticks on one and 43 on the other, and then with the so I ended up netting out 71 ticks. So I had a loser in there too. I think I had a 12 tick loser. I think I had like 12 tick on the loss side, and then I had two contracts that were, anyway, it equaled out to be a net of 71 ticks. So I think I won about 85 on the win side, and then I gave away 12, 13 on the other, or 14, 13, 84, 13, 71. Yeah, that's it. 84 ticks on the win side, 13 ticks on the loss side, and I netted out 71 ticks. I believe that's how it all went down. This line right here, by the way, wasn't there yesterday. This is support today. If I would go back and look at the charts, or you go back and look at the charts that are on the website. In fact, let's just pull that up now while I'm thinking about it. Pretty sure I put the chart itself up on the website. So it goes down to short entries right in here. So added, I put the first one on here. It went up. I was able to add the second. 1P, 2P. We all got a P. Gan signal on both sides. This is what I'm just talking about on the charts itself. Hasn't reached 3P as this right here. I had a trailing stop basically up here and coming down, and eventually it was just right here plus 10 ticks or so right in this area. And here's where I was able to get out of the trade itself as it came down to the 3P target. Like I said, that S support wasn't there yesterday. We had already breached some of those support levels. And this was the account balance as of last night or yesterday afternoon, 31,590. So I got the 1500 plus enough room to pass the combine. Today, if you look at the account balance as of today, and if I bring this across now, you can see I was able to get a couple ticks today. So I'm doing that one tick little thing back and forth, trying to stay. Um, it's a one tick one tick stop loss against. Today I had a 26 um, target, which ended up being a 2P area that I was looking at. So one tick against 26 ticks is what I ended up. It came down a little bit, and then I got out with two. A lot of times I just lose that one tick. I'm obviously willing to give up one tick because right now the goal is to get through the combine. It always is. Once you get the profit level that you're seeking, and you have, I would say, if you can get yourself about 100, 150 positive in the account. So in other words, if you're running the 30,000 account and you're able to get 1600 to 1650 in your account, so in other words, 150 above that 1500 level, you can kind of cruise in 5 days and just take a one tick hit. Ends up being $13.68 as it relates to the crude oil market at TopStepTrader. So it's $10 with the tick loss, and then $3.68 on the round turn that it's simulated around turn. So it ends up being $13.68. So me winning today with the 20 netted out 1632. It actually in effect gives me an extra day of 13 whatever what I just said, 1368. So that's about it. I just wanted to share. I'll be pretty much for the next. Today was day 6. I just took the trade. Actually, today was a decent trade. Maybe I'll talk about that tomorrow or next week. I'll talk about what today's trade was and how you could have used the trade on the long side. Believe it or not, as much as I like to trade the short, there was a great opportunity today to get long and reach up to a 3P target. By the way, the entry point on today was at 51.46, and your exit point would have been at 51.85 today. So it was about worth 39 ticks on a contract itself, so $390. And you had to trade 2 because we were at 1.06 on the ADR. So you would have had to take one out at you would have taken one out at 51.59 on a 51.46 entry on the long side, and your second contract you would have got it out at 51.85 on that second part of and basically got out of a whole trade. Now, why do you get out of that first part of the trade? Well, that's for another video. So CL pit strategy is what I was talking about today, and how it can reach the 3P target. Still can reach it. The ADR changes on a daily basis. So some, like yesterday, it was at 44, I believe, and today it's sitting, or 3P yesterday was 44 ticks, and today 3P was at 39 ticks. So you can see that what that's telling you is the volatility measurement that I use has decreased. In other words, yesterday's ADR was at 1.19 or 1.2, and today was at 1.06. So it makes it a little bit tougher. So you have to actually, when you do find a signal, you have to add in an extra contract to make room for that profit level. That's what I did to get through the combine, to get out of it. So day 6 was today, and if you look at the day counts right now, that means that by next Wednesday will be day 10, or the 25th of October will be day 10 in the combine, and then I should be back into FTP or funded trader preparation sometime by maybe next week into early next, or either somewhere after the 25th, so the 26th, somewhere in that area. I should be back into FTP October 26th, 27th. I might wait to the next week on November 1st to start the FTP on day 1 with and wait for the CL pit strategy to start the account. I don't know exactly, or I'll wait for something big. But That's about it. That's all. That's about it. That's about all I could have to say today. Um, hey, stuff works. That's all I can tell you. The stuff works. It's just a matter of you have to keep in mind what I call the 3 V's of trading. You got to keep the volume, the volume, the velocity, and the volatility measurements. You got to know all that stuff to help you make good trading decisions as it relates to the markets. All right. God bless. Take care. I'll see you in the next video I put together. Bye for now.